5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brown Boy Wonder.
In space.
Set controls to outer space now, flying higher than ever before. Brown Boy Wonder.
In space.
In podcast.
Rangers, this is Zordon. Teleport to the command center immediately so that I may tell you about the Brown Boy Wonder podcast.
Let's rock it!
Let's rock it! Let's rock it!
Welcome back to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. Guys, we are back. Yes, we are back to talk about, maybe this was probably the last episode talking about Power Rangers, but not only in space, but we might get a little lost in the galaxy. But before we get into that, let me introduce my guest who's been here since day one, and then I think day, I want to say 7. Anthony, the Magenta Ranger. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to turn on the power one last time.
Yes, and of course, we're always here with the lovely Zener here, Ray. Right, Ray, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
That's it. No quippy comments. She's just good.
Yeah, nothing. No, she got nothing there. But it's okay. Well, I have to bring this up. Anthony and I don't know if you know this is Ray. Anthony, at night, he kind of, left the house, as they say, because we went on a boys' trip to space. And we got to our brown and magenta gliders, and we went to space to meet one little fellow. And when we came back, we thought that he might do something, but he did. Ray, this is a special message just for you.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to space. You didn't hear me, I guess. I don't know how. And we found a guy at a space terminal of sorts, and it was really nice. And we got this special message for you. So I hope you enjoy it. We worked hard to get it all across the galaxy.
I had to pack like 2 luggage of food. It was like a 3-week trip.
Yeah, it was a long time. But hey, let's get to the message. It's a very special message.
Let's get to the message. All right, let me send it here, guys. And we will play it on a count of 3. When I say 0, we will press play. Okay, guys? In 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, Ray. It's just Nimmo. Hey, I'm actually hitting you up from Chicago. Yeah, I'm in Chicago. We just finished Ranger Station in Philly. And Abrar and Anthony from Brown Boy Wonder podcast had sent me a message and said that you love Zane and wanted you to check out the 3D printed Zane helmet keychains. Anyways, much love from Chicago. Let's rock it.
Ray.
I'm genuinely speechless.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the planet of Chicago, and he gave you that message.
He's putting in the work, making his little helmets. I don't know if I had talked about it on this show, probably not. But Ray and I have a history of meeting Power Rangers. We've gone to conventions and everything. And there was a ranger that I won't name right now that was really eager to sell us some stuff. And some of it was just like signed comic books that weren't signed by him or signed by other Rangers. And we did not purchase any of those items. But this, Justin Nimmo is making his own stuff. He's printing his own things out in Space Chicago. So I'm glad he took the time to send a message to Ray.
Fantastic. I'm glad you're speechless, because I can hear nothing from you.
I had no idea this was happening whatsoever. A certain someone did not tell me about this at all.
I did not. Yeah, Abrar and let me know, as he said, about our secret space trip. And I was like, well, of course, this is going to be a wonderful surprise. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. I
course.
obviously I love Zane. I
He
gotta
loves
get that
you.
keychain. He loves me.
Well, I'm glad we got that message from Zane because as we're going to find out in this episode that we're going to be talking about, Zane is not in any of the episodes that we're discussing. So this was
No.
his final goodbye, I guess, in a way, which his proper send off will give him.
Absolutely. Well, we, of course, as Anthony mentioned, we are going to talk about Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Only episodes from 30 to 33, and there's another episode we're going to talk about, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on pretty much the whole season, I guess, of Lost Galaxy?
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about Lost Galaxy real quick, just because obviously we won't be doing a whole rewatch of Lost Galaxy.
No.
But we're doing these episodes because they're a continuation of the in-space characters. We get our first official Rangers crossover in this series, and then we also get a continuation of another character that we'll get into. So I like Lost Galaxy. I like it quite a bit. Is it in space? No.
No.
But like as a sort of epilogue to the Zordon era and kind of like seeing where the world could go is interesting, and I like the characters. I like a lot of stuff about it. I like the villains, so I'm a fan of Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, I remember watching the show, and I love Damon, the Green Ranger. I think because I like the color green, but I think I remember liking him a lot in Lost Galaxy.
That's a good one to like. He's got one of my favorite helmets of the team. I think his helmet looks really nice. I really like the green one. I know the Lost Galaxy Rangers get a little a little crap for their outfits, obviously with the
Yeah,
Charlie Brown like squiggle that they have.
a little
But
bit. Yeah,
I like things about it. It's not my favorite suit, but I do like the suits overall. And
underrated theme song.
I like the theme song too. This is the first theme song to not be done by Ron Wasserman, who did like Mighty Morphin through In Space. And I thought they did a good job of sort of keeping the tradition going and being entertaining and all that. So I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, and then there's that one episode where Leo, the Red Ranger, was fighting that one monster, and he took off his shirt. And my dude, that guy was jacked.
I was gonna say, yeah, that guy. Any excuse he'll have to take his shirt off. He's shirtless in one of these episodes, I believe.
Oh yeah,
He just lets it all. And I mean, to be fair, probably the most built Ranger we'd seen at this point in time. Like this guy is good looking. Obviously, it's a pretty well known fact. But Ray, what is the fact about Leo's actor in Lost Galaxy? I know it's early for fun facts, but I figure since we're talking about
that's fine.
Yeah, so he basically, from what I understand, literally only did this show so he can pay for law school.
Oh,
And he's a to this day still a practicing lawyer.
oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, I think he does like entertainment contracts, so like he makes sure actors get paid appropriately and everything like that.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Well, I feel like he hides his like morpher in his like button shirt, and sometimes he can pull it out, become the Red Ranger, or morph into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. It's something he's definitely not ashamed of his past. He does appreciate it, but now he's protecting people on a whole different level there.
Yeah, I imagine him taking off his shirt while luring in the court. Oh, there he is.
In the courtroom.
In the courtroom. Oh, interesting. Well, we won't see his jack body here, but that's a good picture of him as a lawyer right there. Does he keep that red helmet in his office? I assume.
Red helmet, yeah. I think he's like I said, he's proud of it.
Well, good on him. Danny Salvin?
Slavin.
Good on him, man. Well, guys, let's get into it. Oh, there's another picture. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, was a really big action figure too. It was a very small one. Interesting. And of course, a red tie. Man, this guy really loves his past. He is the Red Ranger. That's okay.
We're just hyping him up. You know, we're learning about his current history, and this is it just goes to show we're watching a new series right now, and
Yes.
Red Rangers are still the hype, right? Like,
Yeah.
This guy's great. We'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Well, we're gonna cover, of course, 30 to 33, and episode 30 is To the 10th Power. This episode starts off with Deviant meeting up with some local in a different planet. The local gave Deviant a box, and in that box is the Psycho Rangers data cards. We thought it was destroyed in the Secret City headquarters, but I guess not. The local tries to kill him, but he got shot by Deviant. Yeah, the Psycho Ranger data cards are back. We thought it was gone.
I mean, it's a really easy way to show that threat. Like every kid remembers them being turned into these translucent green cards. So you just flash them around. It's like, oh my god, are they back? Oh my god, they're back.
They're back. Well, we are now at the Scorpion Stinger. I want to say, I thought it was, the Icon Stings ship, but it's not. It's someone else's ship. It is her name is Trakina?
Trakina, yeah.
Trakina. That's her ship. And oh boy. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, hubba, hubba, hubba. She was like the original Rhea Ripley.
I can see what you mean with the eye makeup and everything. Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, Trakina, it's an interesting sort of follow up to Astronema. Obviously, Astronema was probably like a huge fan favorite in terms of the female villains in Power Rangers. So yeah, we're kind of going in like a similar yet different route with this character here, as another sort of like Princess of Evil type character. But she is her own thing, and I will agree with you that is a very attractive villain.
Yes, like just put all the Looney Tunes cartoon, the sound effects. Put it right there. Hopefully, I've put it in the after post. But Deviant was explaining everyone that the Psycho Rangers are now digitalized through the data cards. I also want to point out Trakina's henchmen. They look kind of crazy. I see a little Elton John here, and the Red Hood, Jason Todd as well. So their henchmen are kind of crazy.
Yeah, I like the bad guys in the show. I like Deviant. He has like a cool robot voice. He's a little Starscream. He's a little like any chance to like get on top he'll take, but then the second he gets caught, he's like, "Oh, it wasn't me. I was simply trying to do this. I was doing it in your favor." Like he's one of those guys, and I like that about him. And then there's another guy, Villamax, who's like the guy with the zipper collar, like you said, Red Hood, and he's awesome too. So yeah, there's a lot of cool villains in Lost Galaxy.
Absolutely, and and also Deviant is like very sassy as well.
Super sassy.
Yeah. Well, Deviant is inserting the Psycho Ranger data cards in their machine, and he pressed go. The Psycho Rangers are back from the dead. This return looked really awesome with all the lighting, and the smoke. A great return.
Yeah, very like Frankenstein, right? With like the like It's Alive kind of vibes to it. I thought this looked really, really cool. And nothing's changed for the Psychos. They're immediately eager to kill some Rangers. It's like they're back. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, that's like their only one goal. I mean, do they have like a vacation plan, anything? Like, is there anything else besides the Power Rangers?
I guess not. And I did like that because of the color differences. The Black Ranger, or the Black Psycho Ranger rather, was very just eager to be like, yeah, green, sure, whatever, same thing. I don't care. Like I'll kill him.
Yes. Well, back to that planet we were at. A man with a red cloak arrived to the scene where Deviant killed that one guy. This guy looks a little familiar. I won't say it now, but he checked the box and he said, "Oh no, it's too late." Well, back to the Scorpion Stinger. Trakina told the Psycho Rangers, as you said, that you gotta do what I say and nothing else. The first targets are the green and yellow Rangers. Yellow and black Psychos agreed, but of course, as you said, the blue Psycho said, "Oh hell no, I'm going for the blue first. No one tells me what to do." Deviant shook them and said, "All right, guys, just do what we say." And they're like, "All right." Trakina tells the Psycho Rangers her plan off screen. We see Damon, the Green Ranger, and Maya, the Yellow Ranger, holding a bag of groceries. I don't remember. is Maya like a Tarzan type of character?
Yeah, so the beginning of this series, she is like an alien on like sort of not necessarily like a jungle planet, but like they live in like a tribe essentially. And they get turned to like stone, and she's like the only
Hmm.
survivor. So yeah, she's kind of like an alien jungle girl, not like super Tarzan-y, but obviously she can speak. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
she's not from the rest of them. Like this team is comprised of pretty much employees of the ship that they're on, the Terra Venture, which is like the
Hmm.
big like colony ship.
Yeah.
A stowaway, which is Leo, and a foreign girl, which is Maya.
Gotcha. Yeah, that Terra Venture plays it kind of reminded me of that Matt Damon movie, um, Elysium, where it's kind of looks like that. I don't know if you saw that movie.
Oh yeah, I know the movie you're talking about, Elysium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that. But yeah, so they're holding groceries, or Damon was holding all the groceries. Um, all of a sudden, a hand appeared on the sidewalk and it touched Damon's foot. He dropped the tomatoes. Maya tries to pick up a singular tomato, but gets kidnapped by the same hand in the sidewalk. For some reason, Damon did not realize what happened. He tries to pick up a tomato, but a biker smooshes it. This is not a good day for the tomatoes. The black psycho appeared coming out of the wall and kidnaps Damon. The camera pans down to the smushed tomato. I thought that was a little funny.
Like symbolic, like they're dead.
RIP to the tomatoes. We see Kai, the Blue Ranger, and Kendricks, the Pink Ranger, fighting the Psycho Pink and Blue in the alleyway. The Rangers were about to morph, but the Psychos grabbed their hand and they kidnapped them. We see our guy, Leo, the Red Ranger, training his kata or his karate in the forest. He sees a boy crying next to a tree. He asked him, "Dude, are you okay, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay, but you're not." Yo, he threw Leo. Oh my goodness. This caught me off guard. Yeah. The boy actually turned into the Psycho Red Ranger. Now Leo and Psycho Red starts to fight. It's time for, this is my first time saying it, Galactic for Leo. And thoughts on the Galaxy Rangers morphing sequence?
It's cool. I was watching I was watching the special we'll talk about later, and thinking about how like some Rangers morphing sequences are a lot easier. Like I don't know if you ever watch like when they do like Power Morphicon and like they do the panels where they make them all morph at the end. You know, some people, and I'm not saying that like I'm calling it out for me. If you get an easy one, congrats.
Yeah.
But like Andros, for example, says, "Let's rock it," and then that's it. Some of these guys had to do the whole Macarena before they get to morph. And Lost Galaxy kind of fits into that category more so than just grab your wrist and hold your hand out.
Yeah, I think I remember Tracy Lynn Cruz, the Space Ranger. She was also the Turbo Ranger, and when she had to do her turbo sequence, that looked kind of hard. She's like shift into turbo, and she does like all the Naruto hand move sets. I don't know.
the turbo one is wild for sure. That's the most crazy because they have to like pretend to drive a steering wheel.
Yeah, that one's tough, man.
Yeah,
good job on them. Well, we have a great fight between Leo and the Psycho Red Ranger. At the end of the fight, Psycho Red kicks Leo and he powered down. Leo asked, "Who are you?" Psycho Red said, "You don't know me?" While he spins his head around. "I'm Psycho Red, baby." As Psycho Red is about to destroy Leo, somebody kicks Psycho Red and blasted him up. As the same red cloak guy. The red cloak guy and Leo escapes. They stopped and Leo said, "Thank you, whoever you are." The red cloak guy unhood himself. And Anthony, go ahead.
It's your boy. It's the figure that you have on your desk. It's Andros.
Yes, it's Andros. Andros is back. He's in a new show, Lost Galaxy. Man, he looks better than ever.
But when this happens, because yeah, it's like this is the return of this team. You have to wonder like what it's like to come back to a show. Because like when you do the season, it's like one and done, you're finished, you're good. And then like I don't know, 6 months later, who knows? I don't know the shooting schedule of Power Rangers. They're like, guess what? We gotta bleach your hair again. You gotta
Yeah.
be Andros one more time. So, I mean, like I could only imagine how much that process would do to that man's hair. Maybe that's why he has the haircut he has now. Like, no more
Yeah.
bleaching my streaks. That's fine.
Yeah, and right now he has like a in real life he has a mohawk. Oh, was that one time he had a mohawk? So his hair is always going crazy. Leo knows Andros because he was there when the Power Rangers, the Space Rangers saved Earth.
What does that mean? On Earth?
I get, I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
does he mean Angel Grove, or does he mean like I was there? Like, well, everybody was there. They attacked everywhere.
That's true. I guess it's bad dialogue. I don't know. Well, I guess. Well, I don't know if he lives in Angel Grove. Did he? Did Leo live in Angel Grove?
There's no way they all live in Angel Grove. That's ridiculous.
Well, he said on Earth, so he says on Earth. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The Space Rangers saved Earth. No one can say that. Well, some of the other Rangers, but that's not the point. Andros explains Leo the lore of the Sako Rangers. Back to the megaship. Mike and Alpha 6 are working on something. I don't remember Mike. Who the hell is he?
That's fair.
So Mike is the older brother of Leo. They obviously that doesn't come up a whole lot in these episodes we watched, but so Mike was like a guy that worked here. He's pretty high ranking. And when they found the Quasar sabers, like the sword in the stone scenario that they had, he pulled out the red Quasar saber. So like he was technically supposed to be the Red Ranger. But then a big chasm opened up and Mike fell into it. And that's how Leo got to be the Red Ranger. So it's almost like he's not even technically supposed to be him. He's kind of like the backup choice. And then there's a whole thing with the Magna Defender that I just don't have time to explain right now.
That's fine.
Mike came back as the Magna Defender, which is the suit that he wears that you see.
Right.
And now he's here. So, yeah, that's Mike. I don't think he's very high on anyone's favorite list personally. And if the actor's listening, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's who he is.
I mean, he's part of the team. I get it. Ray, do you like Mike?
I think no.
That's all right.
He's just kind of nothing.
A little bit. I mean,
That's
he
fair.
has a cool suit, but he's not a Ranger.
No,
per se.
and that suit used to be a different guy that was more interesting than Mike as well. So
Yeah.
that's like imagine if there was a second Green Ranger in Mighty Morphin and he was just like bland. You'd be like, oh, that's not Tommy. That's not interesting. Like it's kind of like that. Like OG Magna Defender in the show is like this tragic anti-hero that has like a dead son, and now it's just Mike. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame. That's not interesting at all. So, but it is what it is, I guess.
Maybe we'll get some justice for Mike eventually. Leo enters the deck, and Alpha 6 is worried that Mike and Leo are the only Rangers until Andros showed up, and the big Alpha 6 and Andros had their little reunion here. Alpha 6 got a little handsy. I think he touched his butt.
I mean, I was gonna say it's a sweet moment until you said that. Now I'm not sure. But Alpha's very excited to.
Yes, very excited.
Maybe Alpha doesn't like the Lost Galaxy Rangers. Maybe.
Oh, and actually, he's like, "Get me out of here!"
Andros,
like,
please.
Yeah, he's like Zordon. He's like, "Man, kill me already."
It's the only way. The only way to save the galaxy. No, it's the only way I'll be all happy. Like I just don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing. So the Astro Mega Ship, I guess, got like donated and became a museum, and that's why it's in this show. They don't ever use it as a Megazord, I don't think, but that's why they just have the same set again. Is because the In Space Rangers gave it up to a museum, I suppose.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right because it is a historic season and ship. But Andros said, "We gotta look for the other Rangers." Deca picked up some unusual frequencies, and it might be the Rangers. The frequency is at the industrial dev or development. Andros gave advice to Leo that the Psycho Red might know your plan to save your friends. Andros showed the guys what's inside the vault in the ship, and it's the space morphers. It looks like they're gonna use them. Back to Trakina's group. They're at the industrial dev, and they got the Galaxy Rangers trapped. Now they are waiting for Leo. Khayman tries to run through, but he gets shocked in the force field. While Trakina gave props to Deviant or Evil Alpha 6, I will say. I feel like he's like the Evil Alpha 6 for Trakina.
Deviant?
Deviant, excuse me.
Because he's a robot?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Well, an explosion happened behind them. We see Leo powered up, walking in with style. Also, Andros also walked in with style. Leo said, "I brought an old friend." Andros said, "You didn't expect me, huh?" Sakurai was like, "Oh, it's you!" The Psychos chased after Leo and Andros. They're sprinting the other way. The Psychos and the henchmen are now like in a Mexican standoff between them. But back to the megaship. Someone is entering the same vault. A group of people grab the other morphers. Back to the trapped Galaxy Rangers. Mike sneaks in and freed the other Rangers. Now back to the standoff between Leo, Andros, and the Galaxy Rangers. They also showed up to help. Now there's 7 Rangers against the Psychos, and the Psychos are like, "Huh, I know you guys are. There are a lot of you, but we're still the Psychos, and we're still powerful." All of a sudden, somebody said, "How about 11 of us?" When the Psycho says, "There's 7 of you." From the distance, we see TJ, Carlos, Ashley, and Cassie. They're back. Carlos got a haircut.
Carlos's hair is short, and Ashley's hair is longer.
Yeah.
Which I think both of those looks look better personally. So it's nice to, I don't know, it's nice to see them different a little bit. It implies that time has passed and things are changed. But this is an awesome entrance. Like just to see them all back together again was great.
Yeah, it's an epic moment. The Space Ranger says, "Let's rock it," and the Galaxy Ranger says, "Go Galactic." Now they're all posing at the same time with all the smoke and the explosions in the back. That's what we like about Power Rangers. Turkina said, "All right, guys, take no prisoners. The Rangers are fighting the Psychos. It was pretty much a handicap match. 2 Rangers are fighting with 1 Psycho. At the end of the fight, the Galaxy Rangers brought out their Orion belt weapons.
The lights of Orion. Yeah.
There we go. While the Space Rangers brought their weapons, they all blasted their weapons at the Psychos, and the Psychos exploded. Kaboom!
It's a cool fight. Like honestly, it's I think any like team up fights have the potential to be some of the best, and this one was cool. Like this was the Power Rangers were beating the shit out of these Psycho Rangers for sure. It was awesome.
It was a good crossover. I think I remember this episode when I was watching as a kid, and I was like, man, this is a cool moment. I like it until we get to that one episode.
Wow.
But well, back to the megaship. All the Rangers are here. Big party time. Bring out the party hats. The Space Rangers are needed back on Earth, but they're like, wait a minute, let's hang around a bit. Back to the Psycho Rangers, or whatever's left of them. We see the pink Psycho Ranger alive. Deviant, is that how you say his name? Deviant or Deviant?
Deviant. It's like Diva Talks, but Deviant.
Deviant. Deviant. Okay.
I'm giving you passes because we haven't talked about these characters at all. These are all new characters, all new
Thank
made up
you.
names to mess up. So I won't be a Skylar about it. You're fine.
Shout out to Skylar. Deviant came by and said, "Psycho pig, you disappointed me." God damn, that's kind of insulting. But he'll give her one more chance. And that's the end of the episode. And there's no bloopers. In space, we're so used to bloopers. Galaxy Rangers, the show, they don't have bloopers.
No, they gave up on that. It's just like Megazord footage, right? That's
Yeah.
all it is. No,
Boo.
yeah, not as cool.
Yeah, that's the end of the first episode 30 here. Interesting facts. I think we just mentioned before we started. The reason Zane was not in this episode was because the actor Dustin Nimmo was not available.
Okay. It is funny because this episode is called "To the 10th Power," but there's 11 of them. So, like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone doesn't count.
it's Mike.
Mike, get him out of here. Who would win, Zane or Mike?
Oh, come
Zane!
on.
How dare you ask that?
No. Not Zane as the ranger, but just Zane as himself, and then Mike as himself.
It's still Zane.
Okay. I just want to ask. All right, Zane to the 10th power. All right, that was the episode 30th. Let's get into 31, the power of pink. This episode starts off with the Galaxy Rangers showing off their galactic beast to their new friends, the Space Rangers. We see Cassie dancing on the Wildcat galactic beast's head, but she is thrown off because she was causing trouble.
No one seems to be too worried about her. She fell from like an unimaginable height. Also, how did she get up there? She got up there so fast and was doing a dorky little dance and then immediately fell to the earth. So, yeah.
Yeah, but we love Cassie. Yeah, she should have died when she fell.
She fell so high and they were like, oh, you.
Back to the Scorpion Stinger. Psycho Pink, still badly injured from the previous battle. She regained by waking up and starts to rebel against her Turkina and leaves by saying that she's not interested in destroying all the Power Rangers, just only Pink. Turkina, knowing Psycho Pink will go after the two Pink Rangers, and decides not to pursue her. We see Kendricks. We haven't talked about Kendricks. She's a girl with the glasses, but she's a Pink Ranger, and I don't remember her, but I'm getting a fond of liking her now.
Well, we'll talk about her as much as we can in this episode. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
True. She was, like I said, her and Blue were people that worked here on this spaceship, and so yeah, she's kind of like normal and nice and stuff like that. There's like an episode, if I remember correctly, there's like an episode where she gets like told of like, oh, you should be like a model or an actress, and I think like the fame goes to her head, and like by the end of it, she learns that like, oh, fame isn't all that kind of thing. So she's her whole gimmick is that she's a nice, kind person, and that's about it.
Makes sense. Well, she's on the computer, and it looks like she's using Windows 98. I assume. Because the show is like what came out in 99. So she's reading up on the Savage Sword in the Galaxy book. Psycho Pink goes into a college campus and gets into a TV. Pretty much the internet through the transmissions. Psycho Pink appears from the screen and reads Kendrick's reads her like emails, I guess, in the computer, discovering the sword's power and location. If I was Kendrick's, I would be like Neo from the Matrix. You know that scene where he jumps in and attacks, I think, Agent Smith? I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
Like he just described most of the film, so like
yeah. No, I think it's when he was Neo was like hiding behind underneath his desk and like away from the agents. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Right, when he gets the phone call?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Kind of remember that. Well, Psycho Pink knows about the sword now. Kendricks takes off after Psycho Pink and runs into Cassie. The two morph, go galactic, let's rocket, and they head for planet Rashon to prevent Psycho Pink from getting the Savage Sword. Kendricks feels a little guilty that Psycho Pink knows about the sword. It's not her fault. She said it's her fault. She says, but Cassie said, "Don't worry about it. We Pink Rangers got to stick together." I agree.
It's true. It's true. I mean, both these Pink Rangers are very capable. I totally believe in them. And I agree. It's not her fault. She was just reading a book. It's not her fault. Evil can travel through the internet.
I didn't know that can happen. Hendrix radios the Rangers for assistance, but they got held back by the appearance of Deviat, Villamax, and some Stingwingers.
Ashley is the one to point out Stingwingers, and I was like, "You don't know what these are. They're not from here. Why did you say it?"
Maybe she read up on the same internet. Go Galactic, let's rocket again. While the remaining Space and Galaxy Rangers battles them, Psycho Pink arrives at the location of the Savage Sword and pulls it from the stone as the Pink Rangers arrive. Pink Ranger says, "It's payback time, bitch." She attacks Cassie using the Savage Sword to strike several blows against her while keeping Kendricks at bay. The sword blade grows bigger with each blow, and Psycho Pink uses it to absorb Cassie's energy and heals her injuries. Cassie demorphs, and her Astro Morpher falls off. Psycho Pink is ready to finish Cassie off there, and then when we see the Morpher, we realize that it's the only chance to gain great power. So Psycho Pink stabs the fallen Morpher with her sword, creating a furious storm of pink energy, I guess.
Yeah, pink energy. I mean, this is going wild. Like
it's going bananas.
This absolute crazy battle with all these three ladies, and I mean, obviously we've seen like the power coins were destroyed. Yeah, we saw what happened to Adam in the last season when it happens when you use like a destroyed power coin. So just directly stabbing into it can clearly cause a lot of damage.
Absolutely. Well, the energy from the sword passes into Psycho Pink, transforming her to her true self, that monster form. The energy from the storm engulfs the planet and eventually reaches to Terra Venture, causing some earthquakes, some quakes violently. Deviat and Villamax realize that Psycho Pink has succeeded her plans and retreat. The Rangers immediately leave for Rashon. Psycho Pink continues absorbing energy from the Savage Sword, causing her to grow while Cassie suffers pain as a result. Psycho Pink gloats. The Galaxy Megazord arrives on the planet and attacks her. Psycho Pink starts to gain the upper hand before the Astro Megazord arrived. In order to save Cassie, guys, from her pain and Terra Venture from destruction, Kendricks, our girl Kendricks, charges into the storm after the Savage Sword, despite Cassie repeated pleas for her to get the hell out of there. The two Megazords finish off the Psycho Pink Ranger with a power-up slash from each of their swords. Kendricks makes it to the eye of the storm and says this is the only way to save Cassie. Kendricks, no!
Big dramatic moment.
Huge. This is a huge moment for Kendricks. She destroys the Savage Sword. A backlash from the blast hit Kendricks, but her sacrifice ends the storm. The Rangers arrive, but they're too late. As the storm fades away, they are greeted by her spiritual form, who tells them that she will always be with them. The spirit disappears, and the pink Quasar Saber flies off into the sky for parts unknown. Kendricks is gone.
Kendricks is dead. I guess this marks the first ever death of a Power Ranger as we know it. Wild. Okay, so I guess this is pretty common knowledge for me. Were you familiar with this moment going into it? Do you remember this?
I don't remember this at all.
This was supposed to have been crazy to you.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna kill her off. Oh, they did. She's a spirit. She's a ghost. She's gone. Oh man.
She's gone. Yeah.
Yes. As you said, is this the first Power Ranger death?
Yeah, definitely as of now. I can definitely think of another since then. But I don't know how many other than that we've had. We've had at least 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's a pretty big deal when it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray, are you gonna miss Kendricks?
Of course, yeah. Kendricks is great, and her sacrifice is legitimately heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know if you have it in your it's not exactly a fun fact. But it's pretty well known that the actress unfortunately had leukemia at the time, and so that's why she had to leave the show during it. So it wasn't like a planned thing. I mean, they planned it as well as they could, but she had to leave the show, and she is alive to this day.
Okay, good.
She got the treatment she needed, and she's fine. And she does like conventions and things like that. So yeah, she's still around, which is a great thing to hear. Obviously, it's no joke, that kind of stuff. And I can totally understand someone leaving a show like for that specific reason. So they did the best that they could, and they gave her a very impactful send off.
Yeah. Wow. And after knowing that fact, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Geez. Well, I'm glad she's okay in real life. It's just as like Justin Nimmo, he went through cancer. I don't know what type of cancer, but he's fine now. So all right, that's good. That's good. I like to hear good news.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, cancer is one of those things I don't wish upon anybody. It's not something that it's something you can sort of talk about that with. So it's like if you have it and you make it through to the other side, then like that's awesome. And very happy for anyone that can.
Yeah, keep fighting. Well, she is a true hero for the Power Rangers, of course. Cassie picks up her Astro Morpher, and Cassie picked up her Astro Morpher repaired by Kendricks as a final gift to the fellow Pink Ranger. The time has come for the Space Rangers to leave. Cassie is still heartbroken of Kendrick's death, but Andros tells her that she sacrificed her powers in order to save her. And the Morpher. They say their final sad goodbyes and fly off on their Galaxy gliders. The 4 remaining Galaxy Rangers are left, and knowing that they lost a Quasar Saber and a friend. With Kendrick's precious gift of life, Terra Venture is safe in another day to continue the never-ending fight against Terrakinis Empire. Her memory lives on in their hearts and the fellow Rangers. And that's it. That's it for the episode.
Yeah. It's a search for a new Pink Ranger now. Once again, I'm not sure if you have it in your notes, but I'll say it anyways. The original plan was to have Cassie step into this role, and there appears to be some sort of pay dispute. I guess for the remainder of the season, she would have been listed as like special guest or guest star.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm a Power Ranger. Like, I was the star of the last season, and like now I'm on this show. Like, that's how it works. They're like, no. You're only on 10 episodes, so that doesn't. No, we're not doing that. They were like, yeah, no, then I'm not doing that if you're not going to pay me right. And so, yeah, that was the original plan, which is why when they leave, they're all morphed, because that scene was completely reshot.
Yes, that is what everything you just said was in my notes. But yeah, pretty much she quit, right? I guess she quit as a Power Ranger, Cassie.
Yeah, I mean, she would come back at least one more time after this, I believe. She comes back in the Legendary Battle, which is in Megaforce 20. 2012 or 2013. 2013, I think that is. So she would come back for that, and that's about it. So whenever obviously coming back then, she wasn't complaining about having a full-on starring role, but I don't blame her.
Yeah.
If you're the Pink Ranger of a season, then you get to be part of the main cast. It's not guest starring. You're not a guest star. You're the Pink Ranger. And I mean, I don't mean to knock the next person that did take the job. Like, if she felt that was comfortable for her, then that's her decision. But I do not blame. I want to say Cassie's actress. I don't want to blame Patricia J. Lee in any way where it's like, no, I completely understand her decision.
I mean, I think that's why we won't see her in Comic Cons or online. So
we know we don't see her on Comic Cons because of the stalking issue.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, stalking is bad. Ray.
Yeah, it's awful, and don't stalk people, because then we don't ever get to see them again.
Yeah, we won't get to see Patricia. Come on, man, I want to see her.
Don't harass people at conventions. This is completely off topic, but not really in a way. The actress that was Firecracker in the last season of The Boys. She just recently, because she just started going to conventions, obviously for The Boys, and she released a whole video where she talked about people being inappropriate, like dressing up in character and acting as if like they should initiate some sort of like role play at her booth. And she made a video addressing it, and so hopefully that's a sign to people. Don't just go to people's booths and expect them to be a dancing monkey, right? It's not cool.
No, I agree. But the thing is, The Boys, it gets a little too real, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
People can see a lot of those characters and not be able to differentiate real life and fantasy sometimes with some of those actors.
Yeah, and also leave wrestlers alone at the airports. Leave them alone.
Yeah, 100%.
Here's a good rule of thumb. If you don't want someone doing it to you, don't do it to someone else.
Yeah.
And even if you do want someone to do it with you, ask first.
Yes.
Consent is key for everything.
Yeah. It's all about communication.
There you go.
All right. Let's get into the next episode here. It's episode 32, Protect the Quasar Saber. I know I'm butchering it, but it's the best I can do. The episode starts off with the Savage Sword landed on some planet, and it looks like Hornswoggle retrieving the sword. Some small guy there. This reminds me of when Bilbo Baggins took the ring from Gollum.
All right.
Yeah, well, Anthony, you should know this. You should know this, Anthony. Or I should tell my listeners that I had a Bilbo Baggins Hobbit poster on my wall.
Yeah, I had the video on my phone. It's a wonderful sight of you taking in its Hobbit glory. So, yeah, it was a iconic piece of your bedroom in high school.
Maybe we should not even say that. Maybe I should cut that out. But
no, it's fine. Who cares?
I'll keep it in. Well, our girl, or my girl, Maya, had a dream about Kendrix as a ghost, telling her that the sword is in the planet of Gwyneth. Maya's like, "Where are you?" Kendrix says she's in a wonderful place. Just protect my saber, please. Maya woke up and looks at the picture of them smiling. Man, she really misses her. Maya tells the other Rangers that Kendrick's Quasar Saber sword has fallen into the wrong hands, and it's in the planet of Gwyneth. While she was explaining, I don't know if you guys noticed, Damon was sleep standing next to the door.
Yeah,
does he
like a pillow and PJs and whatnot?
Yeah, does he have like a bedroom? Like he's just sleeping there.
They all walked in on him sleeping in here.
Yeah, like he sleeps like that's his room, the elevator.
If I recall correctly, he's kind of like a workaholic, and so
he's a
like
mechanic,
yeah. So he's like 24/7, always on duty. So yeah, he just like sleeps anywhere.
Well, get this guy a room, because this is the 32 episode of Galaxy Space Rangers. So I mean, come on, guys, what are we doing here? But it's okay. It's all right. Leo was like, dude, how do you know that? She said, Kendricks told me. Damon woke up and said, Kendricks? Back to the Scorpion Stinger ship. The bad guys knows where the sword location is. And Tarkina said, I want it. Back to the planet Gwyneth, the Galaxy Rangers knocked through Hornswoggle. I don't know what you call him. Does he have a name? The small guy?
Golly, I don't know. He was just a little guy that stole the sword.
I'll just call him Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle's home and asked him about the saber. Hornswoggle says he doesn't have it, but I know where it is, and it will cost you some moolah. Leo was like, "How about I stab you with my sword?"
He's not messing around. I don't know if I'm speaking complete facts here, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time like a Power Ranger just threatened to kill a person. Not a monster, mind you, just like a person.
I think so too. And then the guy said like, no, nothing. You don't need to get upset about this. But he lasered Leo and Maya underneath the table. But Damon and Kai caught him. The little Hornswoggle guy said, I saw the two dudes at Planet Carassa. When the Rangers are leaving, we see the guy said, please don't say I said anything. But then he started to laugh and became Deviat. He tied up the real guy and asked him, where's the sword, dude? He said, is that the next auction on Planet Onyx? Oh, I think
Onyx.
we know Planet... Yeah, I think we know Planet Onyx, right?
It sounds familiar to me. We'll see.
Yeah. Deviat told his goons that he'll be at Carissa to trap the Galaxy Rangers. We see someone spying at Deviat, and it looks like someone we know. We are at the planet Onyx, where the auction is happening, and they are now auctioning the Pink Ranger Saber. Everyone gasped. The auction went up to a few hundreds until someone said 1 million. Who said that? Astronema said that. She is back. Astronema?
What? Astronema's back? She's evil? I thought she turned good because of magical tears.
Yeah. Corone turned into Astronema? What's going on here, guys? The auctioneer said, you bid 1 million Zatabatters for the saber? She said, better yet, I get the saber and all of you guys can keep your lives. I haven't done this in a while, guys. Is this, I don't know if it's a new alert, but hair alert. Are we digging this version of Astronema's black hair?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I think this one's better. This might be better than the purple one.
It's a good look for sure. I'd have to see them all lined up in a room, but like the black is where was this look? You know, I want to know.
Yeah. Well, Astronema has the pink saber, but Tarkina is here upstairs, and she's like, "You're not Astronema, girl, please." She said, "Astronema betrayed the darkness and became good. You are Corone, bitch." I don't know what she said. Astronema tries to fight everyone at the bar. Bar fight. Call Seamus. Astronema did the Matrix move like Neo, but her black wig fell off, and now she's blonde. We can
all of her makeup
confirm.
fell off too.
Yeah, I did that too. We can confirm that she is Corone the entire time. Corone dips the bar. The Tarkina and her goons goes outside, and her henchman Villamax, or HBO Max, or Max, that's
Or
what it's
Max.
called now. Yeah, said he received word from Deviat that the trap is set for the Rangers. Corone overheard, and now she gotta tell the Rangers. The Galaxy Rangers are at the location and tries to get the saber. Leo grabs the saber, and it was, of course, a fake. Leo tells everyone to run because it's a trap, a booby trap, to be precise, and it exploded behind the Rangers. After being hit by that, Deviat came by and to mock the Rangers. He said he was about to destroy the Rangers until somebody throws the saber at them, and it's, I guess we all say it, it's Corone.
Oh, sorry. Corone!
Corone!
Road!
Corone. Corone helps the Rangers, and she looks, I gotta say, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. She's wearing the nice little black leather outfit with the
Yeah.
corset and everything. It was interesting.
It's good. It's good. She brought back the saber to the Rangers and explained that she did a lot of evil doing in her days as astronomer, but now she wanted to do something good for a change. They tried to leave, but Turkina and her henchmen appeared and zapped them. Now they're all fighting. Corone is fighting Turkina. We get a great sword fight between them. At the end of the fight, Turkina got Corone between a cliff and herself. Turkina said, "Never, ever, ever, ever mess with Turkina." She kicks Corone off the cliff and takes her sword. Oh my god. Corone hangs on to the edge. She might die here, guys.
we can't have 2 deaths in a row. That would be ridiculous.
Please. I cannot. My heart cannot move on, as Celine Dion says. We see the Power Rangers getting destroyed as well. Corone lets go, and she falls to her death. But she starts hanging middle of the air, in the middle of falling. It is revealed that the Pink Galaxy Ranger Ghost held her while she was floating. Kendrick said, "Hi, Corone." She gave Corone her morpher and said, "You will become the Pink Ranger." Kendrick dropped down Corone safely, and she dipped. Turkina pinned down Leo and asked, "How do you like the pink saber now?" I wish I was Leo at this moment. But Corone stopped Turkina from destroying Leo, kicked the saber out of her hands, and she grabbed it. She powered up as the Pink Ranger. Awesome stuff here.
It's official. She is the new Pink Ranger, and I mean, what a cool sort of character arc for her.
Yeah, man. We saw her when she was a kid, and now it's great. Turkina and her henchmen dipped, except one monster. He stayed around. The Power Rangers used their light of, I think I'm just messing this up again, the belt of Orion, and attack the monster, and they won. They powered down, and they were all happy that Corone is now a Power Ranger. Long-term booking here, guys. We love to see it.
and clearly a last minute sort of good change. I mean, I know the original plan would have worked with Cassie stepping in. It would have been a familiar face, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty glad that didn't work out, because Corone becoming a ranger and going from pure evil to pure good, I think is a cool thing for her character to do. So I'm happy it worked out this way.
Absolutely. I think it's better if it was not Cassie, but of course, we always love Cassie here. Alpha 6 alerted the Rangers that there's a monster at Terra Venture, and he's huge. The Power Rangers arrived, and Corone tries to call the Galactic Beast, but she wasn't doing it right. Damon showed her how, and they called it, and now they're here. Galaxy Megazord versus, I want to say, I forgot the name of the dog, but it's a Jimmy Neutron's dog. It kind of reminds me of that monster here. Goddard. They're facing Goddard here. The Power Rangers won due to the Galaxy Mega Saber. It looks like Corone knows how to be a ranger. Maya showed Corone around her room and sees a picture of Maya and Kendricks together. She said she doesn't know if she can be good as Kendricks. Maya said, "Don't worry, Kendricks. Oh, don't worry. Kendricks would be honored to have you take her place." The rest of the Galaxy Rangers showed up with food. Kai brought in his chicken El Kai, his recipe. What do you guys eat this gorgeous, beautiful dinner here?
I give it a try, but if you're gonna name the food after yourself, it better be good. You know,
It
that's
better
all I'm
be.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Also, it's not space food, by the way. They're in a colony, so it should be good. I hope. Hope you got the right recipe or
It is just
ingredients.
normal food. I guess you're right.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the episode there. Corone is now the Pink Ranger. Good to see that. I don't have any interesting facts for this episode. Sorry, guys.
All right.
The next episode is now our last episode to talk about Lost Galaxy. And it is episode 33, Facing the Past. This episode starts off with Trakina asking Magnetox if he can beat the Rangers. Magnetox said, "You bet your ass I can." She said, "Prove it." I don't think Magnetox was ready to hear that. He's like, again, another reference, like Bubble Bass from SpongeBob or Elgar. He's like, "Oh, I got get out of here. That's all right."
No one's as bad as Elgar.
I'm sorry that I mentioned his name. For those who are listening, I will not say his name again. Elgar. Oh, I said it.
Oh, come on.
I had to say it. Every time I say it, I just imagine myself beating him up. That's why I just want to say it.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Magnetox beat up Trakina's bugs, and it looked like he proved it. Back to Terra Venture. Corone is playing with some kids at the park. Leo shows up, and the kids are playing with him. Corone might have a crush on Leo. I mean, who wouldn't?
No.
Ray, is Corone cheating on Zane?
She is not. No. If you look it up in the fucking wiki, the only person who has ever been listed as a love interest for her is Zane. They just no, there's nothing there.
If you look up Leo, what is his love interest listed as?
It doesn't matter. His love interest is himself.
It's a one.
You're that handsome. You just love yourself.
I completely forgot about this whole last minute attempt for this. Clearly it doesn't go anywhere, but it is kind of funny to think about that they tried to do this whole Leo Corone thing at the very end of Lost Galaxy.
It's great. It's great to see because, everybody needs some love. Corone gets flashbacks of her childhood, or that same clip we always see of her getting kidnapped by Darkonda. She was explaining her origin story to Leo. Imagine Darkonda shows up and he's not dead. I would flip. Wait, but he didn't show up. Great goodness. But this guy Magnetox showed up. Go Galactic for Leo. Leo is now facing Magnetox. Magnetox stung Leo, and it looks like he's out. He powered down, and Corone tries to help. Also, Leo's morpher is destroyed. Kai, Damon, and Maya showed up and tries to help. Leo tries to morph, but he can't. Corone says, "Man, we gotta get out of here." The Power Rangers dipped. Back to the mega ship. Alpha 6 told Leo that all of his Ranger power have been drained and he cannot morph. We've been through this, guys, like twice now with Zane and was it TJ?
Just go to a mountain. It'll be fine. Just go up top and get struck by lightning multiple times.
Please do. I love that scene.
See, this is. I mean, now that we've introduced the concept of this like love triangle thing, proof that Zane is better than Leo. Leo didn't go to a mountaintop to get struck by lightning.
There we go. Ray, are you happy?
Yeah.
Well, everyone is panicking, especially Kai. There's something he can do. They're all panicking here. Corone gave us a story that she fought with a warrior when she was astronomer. the warrior's power came from 2 keys he wore on his shoulders. When they were combined, he became invincible. If you guys were thinking, not the Amazon Prime show, but just Invincible. I haven't seen that show yet. She had to do something, so she stopped him right before he got the 2 halves together, making sure that he'll never use them again. Leo asks if the keys still have power, but she doesn't know.
Did you like the flashback? Considering it's our last look at Ecliptor.
Yeah, when I saw Ecliptor in that flashback, I'm like, there goes our guy. There goes my hero. Watch them he goes. Yeah.
There he goes.
By the way, our guy Leo is ripped as well, as we mentioned before when he was in that gurney there.
See, he can't help but take his shirt off and show how muscular he is.
I get it. Well, maybe we need to go to his Power Rangers gym. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, Kai said, seems like a long shot, but Leo said, this is the only chance because that dude has my powers and he's capable to do anything. Yeah, Mike alerted the Rangers that the Magnetox is at it again. Damon, Kai, and Maya went off, while Corone and Leos tries to figure it out. Magnetox is creating chaos, but the Rangers are fighting him, but they are getting beat up. He is a little too powerful. Magnetox went full power and zapped Maya and Kai. He broke the morphers as well. The Rangers decided to dip. This Magnetox dude, he's going bananas.
He's very powerful, apparently.
Yeah. Back to Corone and Leo. They went to where the Stone Warrior live. Skeleton. Okay, this part I was like, what was going on here? Skeleton. I was like, what is this?
I love this part.
A skeleton appeared to be alive and chained down. He chained down Leo. The skeleton told Corone that she has to face her past, just like the episode's name. I like when TV shows do that, like Smallville, when Tom Welling says, "I am Smallville." No, that didn't happen. Astronoma's clone appeared, and the skeleton said, "If you are truly good, you will prevail." This is the purple hair Astrama versus Corone. Astrama said, "Once evil, always evil." Whoa. That's not the catchphrase. It's always a ranger. Oh, once a ranger, always a ranger. Not once evil, always evil. Come on. I got a little mad there.
When you're evil, this is your catchphrase.
Alright, well. Nah, biatch. They start to fight while Leo watches on. At the end of the fight, this fake Nimmo draws her sword at Leo and said, "You can't have it both ways. It's you." Corone said, "Take me." Strama was confused and disappeared. And the skeleton guy said, "You have proven your worthiness. You may enter." Corone should have said the Elvish word in Lord of the Rings for friend. Speak friend and enter. Meltdown. Sorry, I had to say it. Sorry, guys. While Leo and Corone enters the cave, the Rangers are trying to escape, but they get hit by an explosion. Mike and Damon got their powers drained by Magnetox. So now all the Rangers don't have the power anymore.
This is getting ridiculous. This guy's wiping out all the Power Rangers.
This is not good. This should be the last episode of Lost Galaxy.
Clearly, yeah. This guy's unstoppable.
Yeah. Damon tries to fight off Magnetox, but he got sliced in the back. Maya screamed, "Damon!" Damon fell to his knees. Dude, I love Damon. How could you kill him? Come on, this is not right.
He got electrocuted by the barrier, right? In the first episode we watched, he had to carry all the tomatoes. He's getting slashed here. Like, this guy can't catch a break. It's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. Well, Maya tries to help Damon to escape back to Leo and Korea, pretty much in the mines of Moria, like what Gimli says in the Fellowship of the Ring. Leo checks the statue of the warrior, but the keys are not there. Leo loses hope and leaves, but Corone tries to talk to the statue warrior and said, IDK, if you can hear me, I did a lot of bad things. I was angry at the whole universe. But you were fighting for justice. I'm so sorry, man. If I could, I would take your place. Corone tears dripped on the warrior's hand, and the warrior is alive. The warrior forgives Corone and says, "Now is time to forgive yourself." Here
I
are the
guess
key.
this firmly establishes that the KO-35ians have like magical tears, right?
Yeah.
Like their tears have some sort of healing properties that allow them to do magic stuff. Because this is the second instance it's worked. So I guess it has something to do with their species.
Yeah, there's magic in the Power Rangers. There's a lot of things that are happening in the universe, and this is one of them. He gave her the keys and carried on the mission as the Red Ranger. Leo takes it and says, "It would be an honor, sir." He gives him a little salute, and they left. The Rangers are still getting attacked by Megantox until Corone runs him down. Leo shows up and said, "We have some unfinished business, sir." He has like his what the judges have, that little hammer,
The gavel.
Leo has his gavel, and he's ready to rock it. Or not rock it. He's ready to go galactic. Well, not the gavel, but he got the keys. Leo uses the keys, and this transformation is great. What are your thoughts on his armor keys thing?
Yeah, this is I guess this is his battleizer for the season.
Yeah.
I like that it looks like it's to scale for like the action figure because it's massive, right? Like it's huge. It's no muscle suit. So
Yeah.
I guess depending on who you are, that's either a good thing or a bad thing, but there's no muscle suit here.
Yeah, that's what I was missing. I was like, where's my Turbo Man? But no, he just has his 2 wings. But it looks still okay. Leo blasted this dude, and he won. The rest of the Rangers got their powers back. Goodness gracious, that's good. Back to Terra Venture, the Rangers are playing some football. Corone told Maya that her past is gone. My future is a clean slate. I feel so alive. I'm so excited. Maya wanted to do some prank with the guys, so they kind of hose down the Rangers with water, and that's how you end the episode.
All right. I mean, she's officially a Ranger now, right? She defeated her evil past.
Yeah.
So this is sort of the cap off, right? Because now it's just she goes into the finale, and that's about it. But this is as close as to like the full in-space story that we have, really.
Yeah.
Is here to her fully becoming a Power Ranger, which is why I thought we should do these episodes in particular.
No, I'm glad we did it, because this is pretty much the ending of the Space Rangers story arc, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a good send off.
Very great. Interesting fact here. This is the only episode in which he appeared only in flashback and is not played by Christopher Khayman Lee. So the kid played Andros.
Corone!
Yeah. There we go. That was Lost Galaxy. Great show. I do recommend it. Has some good things in there. Of course, my Trekina, my Maya, and that little Elton John guy there too. Why not?
Sure.
But yeah, we'll go to commercial break because this is a very long episode, and we'll be right back.
Ecliptor! Who's he? He's trouble.
If you're looking for an amazing podcast that recaps Power Rangers in space, then there's only one stop for you, and that is Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Watch it today. or feel my wrath. Oh hey, it's Lex Lang, voice of Ecliptor from Power Rangers in Space. And I just wanted to say congratulations to Anthony and Abrar for putting together an amazing podcast that really shows off Power Rangers in Space. So if you haven't seen it or heard it, be sure to tune in. Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. That's right. It's amazing. I think so too.
All right, we are back with Power Rangers bonus episode, and the last episode we're going to talk about is in a different season, Wild Force. Guys, this is probably the most iconic episode in Power Rangers history. I would say at least top 3 or top 5. Maybe
Definitely in terms of anniversary stuff. Yeah, I would say when people ask like, "What's your favorite anniversary special?" This is probably the one for a lot of people.
Yeah, this is what people know about Power Rangers, is this particular episode.
Yeah.
The king of crossovers. I think they did it before, AMCU and DCU, all of that.
And they did it all the time, clearly.
Yeah. Well, the episode we're talking about, guys, is in the Wild Force season, episode 34, Forever Red. I do want to say that I remember watching this episode in my room while playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards at 9 a.m. on the Gen X channel?
Yeah, Gen
or
X,
the Fox Gen X. I remember the entire time, and I remember being amazed in this episode.
I mean, that sounds like the perfect experience, if you ask me. Like everything about that sounds great. No argument, no anything. That's awesome.
Morning, probably one of the greatest mornings of my childhood life, I guess.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Well, Forever Red. Here we go. Where am I? Here am I. Okay.
It's gonna be a big one for you. This is a lot of characters you have to keep track of.
Look. I had to rewatch the episode twice. I still haven't got all the names yet. So
okay.
if I am getting a little lost, help me out here.
Okay.
4 years after the destruction of the Machine Empire, surviving members of the Empire remain seeking to destroy Earth. How they had survived the countdown to destruction remains unclear. Here we go. Here's their names. Talizia, Karok, Dilon, and Automon, and many cogs are all that is left here and in this proud empire, as well as the General Vengex as acting leader. Vengex finds something, and the cog soldiers are digging it up, refitting the neo-plutonium reactor to power it. So they're gaining this power from this moon, and pretty much have this power, and they're going to use it. But we see again our boy Andros, the Red Space Ranger, with his red cloak, discovers Vengex and finds out about the plan. And after following him for several years, guys.
This is his favorite thing to do, is walk around in this red cloak. He loves spying on people in this thing.
For real. Andros goes into this moon to gather video evidence of their plans. He escapes while some henchmen found him. He called his trusty glider. This scene reminds me of the first episode of In Space, where he was on top of the table with the evil guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. We see our Bulk and Skull. No Dr. Phenomenus. I don't know where he went. He probably died. Or maybe doing some OnlyFans. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
You mentioned it before. I have to say it.
I know, but you don't have to bring it back.
That's true. I'm sorry. We see them at the pool party talking about the old times. They got a phone call, but it's for someone else. Bulk gave the phone to this guy. We couldn't see his face, but we know that voice. We'll get into that later. We see the Wild Force Rangers hanging out at the park, and someone walked by to them and wants to talk to Cole, the Red Wild Force Ranger. It's Carter Grayson, the Light Speed Rescue Red Ranger.
Woo! This is my all-time favorite Power Ranger, Carter Grayson,
Really?
Lightspeed Rescue Red. Yeah, he's my guy. He is my all-time favorite. He is Captain America.
Honestly,
he is
yeah.
all these badass things. Like, he's a firefighter. He's awesome, and he is the tallest Power Ranger in the world. This guy is 6'2" and towers over everybody in every scene.
Oh my goodness, he is a tall dude. But yeah, I can see the resemblance. He is freaking Captain America. I can see that with that with his face, his hair. You got to go down. Well, he was sent to recruit Cole for an important mission. Shout out to Daniel. This is his favorite Power Ranger, Cole, the Wild Force. I have to mention it because he always talk about his story in the sword. I do not want to mention that. But let's move on to the story here.
Let's.
Carter said the fate of the entire Earth is at stake, and he needs his help. We see, or this is my favorite part here, or actually this whole thing is my favorite part. We see a yellow Hummer, not the Frankenstein Hummer, Frankenstein Hummer, but a yellow Hummer driving into a military hangar. And it's Cole. I was about to say Cole Sprouse, but no, sorry, Cole. And Cole meets Wes, the Time Force Red Ranger, and Eric, the Quantum Red Ranger from Time Force.
Awesome, love these guys.
I remember Wes, but I remember Eric.
Eric is cool. Yeah, the Quantum Ranger is one of the coolest Power Rangers in my opinion. And Time Force is one of those seasons that they almost adapted like pretty directly from the Sentai footage. Like there's shot for shot remakes of stuff in the in Time Force. So there's not going to be another Power Rangers rewatch anytime soon, but if we were to, Time Force might be on that list, but we're not making any promises right now. I'm just bringing it up as a maybe, as a what if.
No, Marvel's what if. No, I like that. We might. I don't know. But if you say Time Force is great, because I remember Time Force. But if we're going to do Time Force, it'll be sometime in the near distant future. But Cole is like, what are you guys doing here? Eric said he got a call that he said to meet here at the Nasadata spaceport. Carter was introducing Cole to the Time Force Red Rangers as the Silver Guardians. So that's what they're called. And look who's back, guys. Carter introduced TJ, the Red Turbo Ranger. TJ got out of his car and said, "What's up, guys?" Carter introduced TJ as Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson. So he is TJJJJ or T Triple J.
T Triple J, yeah, I guess that's what that means. I don't really thought of it like that, but that is how he says it. So but yeah, he's like, just call me TJ. TJ repping his red colors. Obviously, he's got to do that, and
got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny that he's like, yeah, I'm red, but I also was another color, so I'm pretty cool.
TJ said, and that's Andros. Andros appeared out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. Was he in TJ's car?
It just walked up. Right, as you pointed out, his highlights are the weakest they've ever been, sadly.
That is true.
Yeah, they're a little spotty in this one.
I mean, it's been a few years, right? I don't know when WoW first came out, 2002-ish, so it's been a few years. I get it.
It's like a natural fade. It's not like it was a bad bleach job. It was like, no, that's just what happens to his hair eventually.
Oh god. Well, he still Andros in my heart, but Cole was fanboying, and he said, "You guys are all Red Rangers too? What's going on?" Andros said, "We were all assembled by a veteran ranger, our leader for this mission." Cole was like, "Leader?" From a distance, we see a figure, and the trumpets in the background starts to play. Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. I feel like I was watching Saving Private Ryan or some war movie. I don't know. All the Red Rangers looked at the same direction. The guy walked into the hangar, and it's Tommy Oliver, the Red Zeo Ranger, and many other colors, of course.
Of course, but for right now, it's red. That's what's important.
Absolutely, he is the Red Zeo Ranger. I did meet real life. I did meet Tommy, Jason David Frank, at Dallas Comic Con in 2016, I believe. I would say that he was probably the coolest guy I ever met. We took a picture together, and he signed my shirt for free.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah, like, well, I had a picture, but I don't like my picture per se. But I have a picture with Tommy Oliver. It was a cool moment for me. I would say I was speechless, like Ray for Zane. I really couldn't talk to him. I was like, when he gave me a fist pump, I was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, picture." I just said something like that, and then he's like, "Yeah man, yeah bro, here we go." But yeah, to be honest, he'll always be my Green Ranger. Since
Alright.
I said green is my favorite color.
Yeah, I guess we've all met JDF at previous conventions before. Ray and I got to meet him together, and I'd met him years prior at a Dallas convention as well. And yeah, I mean that guy was there for the fans, and did everything he could to kind of make it special for anybody that showed up. I mean, we witnessed that firsthand. There was like a family that got led into the convention we were at because a friend worked there, I think, and they didn't have any money and they didn't know what was going on. Like they brought their kid, and like they weren't gonna buy an autograph, but I guess they were just kind of hoping like, oh, maybe if we say we want to meet him, he'll be nice and take a photo or something. I was like, that's not usually how it works, but okay, sure. And yeah, he was very nice to them. He didn't make a scene. Like he could have been like, no, this cost this, pay or leave, but he didn't. And yeah, he was really chill. So yeah, but I've been there with Power Rangers, in fact, where I pay for a photo, and then I look at that photo and I'm like, oh no, this is not it. So I've been there. Ray and I have had photos with Power Rangers together where we're like, yeah, sorry, I spent money on that Amy Jo Johnson photo, but I'm not looking at it anytime soon.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way they take the picture. It's like we have our good side, and they don't take our good side, so it's whatever.
It's funny. I also the photo you sent in the chat for reference. I have this shirt as well. So it was the Power Ranger shirt of wherever we got it years ago. Absolutely.
Yeah, I still have that shirt somewhere in my attic, but I have it signed JDF or Jason David Frank. Cool guy. RIP to him for sure.
Absolutely.
Cole is like, who's that? TJ said, dude, that's Tommy. He's a legend, silly goose. Wes asked Tommy, why are you here, my guy? Tommy explains that he would be leading the team of Red Rangers because Andros tracked down the remains of the evil machine empire. TJ said, say what? I thought the Zeo Rangers destroyed them years ago. Tommy said, yeah, we did, but some of the generals survived and they're hiding. They've been hiding. They learned that Earth's moon is the resting place of the Serpenteras, the Zor created and used by Lord Zed with the power to destroy a planet. Ever since Zed's death and the Countdown destruction, the location of the Serpenteras remained a mystery for many years. Cole asked an important question. How are we gonna guys, how are we gonna get there to stop them? Andros said, "In this baby." He turned on the spotlight, and it's the Astro Megaship, and that's what I'm talking about. That thing is a beauty.
He got it back. He took it back from the Lost Galaxy Rangers, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, Andros said it's the Astro Megaship Mark II, and it's the fastest spaceship in the galaxy. So it's not the original ship. It's a new ship. Tommy is like, guys, this is a dangerous mission. This is a decision you have to make on your own. Cole said, I don't know about spaceships or this machine empire, but I will go wherever I must to protect the Earth. I love his confidence here.
I love his amazing line delivery. Ricardo Medina wasn't the best actor in the world.
No.
The way he says, "I don't know much about spaceships." It's just, that's such an amazing read on it. I love it, and not still doing it the right way as intended, but it's still great.
It's so good. Love his confidence. I think that's why Daniel likes this guy. He likes this guy. All the Rangers agreed with Cole, as Wolverine once said, "Let's effing go." Andros was like, "Wait, was there another Red Ranger on Earth?" Tommy said, "I was hoping for him to show up, but he couldn't make it. We'll go without him." At the last second, guys, the last very second, Jason pulls up to the group on a motorcycle, surprising Tommy somewhat. The original Red Ranger.
I love the way that this is done. I love that. I don't know exactly whose idea was it, but like he almost plays it like he's William Shatner.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a point where Cole's very excited to meet Jason, and he's like wiping his hand on his pants, and he goes to shake it, and Jason just puts his hand on his shoulder and like gives him a nod. Like I don't know whose idea was it to be like, oh, let's make Jason kind of like a jerk, like he's kind of better than everyone. But like honestly, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look, the new guy, Cole. Yeah, but it's alright. I get it. I mean, he's the original Red Ranger. He's supposed to be all that, so that's alright.
Yeah.
We got our 10 Rangers here. How do we feel, guys?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's really cool to kind of see this many Red Rangers at once. I love anytime the Power Rangers sort of cross and meet and do all that. Well, obviously, I have a favorite Ranger here. Abrar, you have a favorite Ranger here. Ray, who is your favorite Red Ranger of the bunch? And you can't pick Andros or Carter Grayson. I already picked him.
Jeez. Of the ones that are there.
Is it Eric?
I was about to say it's like a tie between Eric and Wes, honestly.
Oh. I can see that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, they're both Time Force Rangers. I get it.
I mean, there's technically someone else who should be there.
Do we want to talk about that now?
But he was too busy eating his big Scooby-Doo sandwich.
So yeah, I guess the elephant in the room is that Steve Cardenas, aka Rocky, is not in this
special.
I
totally forgot about him.
He's the second Red Mighty Morphin Ranger. Yeah. He was in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. So like he could have shown up in like the Ninjetti outfit, but he does not. So yeah, we technically, because we'll see in a minute, we'll get some more Red Rangers soon. We are missing one Red Ranger, but that's because we have Mighty Morphin represented with Jason.
That's true.
That's fine.
Yeah, that kind of covers the bases there. But yeah, I totally forgot about. People say that he's not the best Ranger or Red Ranger, so maybe the kids were complaining online. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't say his name earlier, but the Ranger I was referring to was Steve Cardenas earlier. He was hawking up at his booth early in the morning at this convention. So I mean, he's a nice guy. He's a cool dude, but it was a little funny. That's all I'm saying.
That's funny. Well, the Red Rangers board on the Astro Megaship Mark II, just for this mission, of course, and they proceeded to the moon. We see the Machine Empire talking to the Cogs, but the Zord that was created with the power to destroy a planet. Do you guys fear this Machine Empire?
No. I mean, they don't do a whole lot, so I have no reason to fear. The Red Rangers are here. They're going to kick their asses.
Absolutely. Well, we talked about this guy a lot a few hours ago or a few minutes ago. We see Leo, the lost Galaxy Red Ranger, pulling out his sword, and he's ready to fight. We see the Red Rangers in the Mega Ship Mark II War Room. Andrew said he contacted Leo and how do you say his name? The Alien Ranger.
Oh, the guy from Aquitar. How do you say his name?
Is Aurico? Archeo?
Aurico?
Aurico?
I don't know. Yeah.
Aurico. He said they'll be here as soon as they can with a new Alpha 7 here. No Alpha 6 here. Alpha 7. He's here. Tommy further explains the mission to the other Rangers that they must stop the machine generals and destroying the Shepard on the moon. The Venetrek. Oh, man, these generals have the toughest names. The Vengex and the other generals prepared to board the Serpentera. Thank you. They were like, we are doing this for King Mondo. When he said that, I was thinking Mondo Burger from Good Burger.
They get put in the grinder.
Yeah, man. Well, in the movie, those Mondo Burgers were huge. Oh my goodness. These robots losers are interrupted by the Rangers. Venchex sends Cogs to distract the 8 Rangers while he and the others proceed to Serpentera. The Rangers do battle with the Cogs unmorphed and dispose of them with relative ease. This scene is straight up something you'll see from Expendables, with Sly and Arnold when they're all fighting without being more unmorphed.
I mean, it's really cool. It's cool to see unmorphed fights because it shows the actors actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I like that, and yeah, I think this is a fun fight scene in this sort of warehouse place.
Yeah, well, you see Andros with those backflips. I think he did 10 backflips. It was insane. Yeah, Tommy and Jason together reminds me of the good old days, of course. Carter did a lot of spins as well, your guy, shooting his blaster. Cole, in this scene, Cole reminds me of young Tommy in the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know.
Very energetic, a lot of energy.
Yeah. Cole somehow escapes the Cogs and chases the generals. The Vengex fires at him, but Cole is rescued by Leo and Arsenio Hall. Arsenio Hall? No. Arquino. I'll just call him the Alien Ranger.
Alien Ranger. Yeah, that's fine.
On Leo's jet jammer. As the other Rangers catch up, Leo demorphs and tells Andros that he and the Alien Ranger had gotten there as soon as they could. Vengex and the other generals then arrive and are shocked to see the 10 Rangers before them. Guys, here we go. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Jason said, well, what the F are we waiting for? Tommy said, let's effing go. Jason says, it's morphing time! Tyrannosaurus! Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Tommy says, it's morphing time! Red Ranger, hiya! Red Zero Ranger, hiya! TJ says, shift into Turbo, Red Turbo Ranger. Andrew says, let's rock it! 3, 3, 5. Red Space Ranger. Leo says, go Galactic! Red Galaxy Lost Ranger. Carter says, Lightspeed Rescue! Right, I guess he said the same thing. So Wes says, time for... Let me rephrase that. Wes says, time for Time Force. Eric says, Quantum Power, Quantum Red Ranger. Cole said, Wild Access, Red Wild Force Ranger. And our senior hall, I guess, says, Red Alien Ranger. And I like how he holds the sword. Baba. They all pose with the red smoke explosion in the back. Awesome stuff here.
It's a big morphing sequence. A lot's going on there, and
oh yeah,
but it's awesome.
Absolutely. Now when they're fighting here, again, this reminds me these Rangers has not done the moves in the previous seasons, but we are seeing it now. They're doing all the Matrix 300 style fighting. Is crazy. I want to say, Zack Snyder, if you're hearing us right now, you stole Forever Red in those slow-mo action scenes in the movie 300 or Rebel Moon. Goodness sake.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like 360 action cameras, and I would definitely watch this however long Rebel Moon is. So I guess like this episode 50 times in order to to reach that length.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into the fight here. Cole and Jason fight Venjex, where Jason shows the new Red Ranger a corkscrew kick. Cole says, phenomenal. Like AJ Styles. Oh, what if AJ Styles was a Power Ranger? That would have been cool.
He could do it. The way he flips and everything, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Tommy and Wes fight Garok, and Tommy destroys him with the Zeo flying power kick. Eric and the Alien Ranger fight Tesla and destroys him with Eric's Quantum Defender. TJ and Leo fought Automon and destroys him with Leo's Quad Saber, Trans Dagger, and TJ's Turbo Blade and Turbo Lightning Sword. Goodness. Andros and Carter fight Steeleron and destroys them by combining power from their Astro, Rescue, and Thermal Blasters. This was an amazing tag team right here.
Yeah, I love that part.
Cole then severely damages Venjex with the Crystal Saber. The Venjex then jumps into the Serpentera and takes off. Thank you. I would say that the Zord is ugly as Elgar.
It's this big thing that had a battery problem back in the day, and I guess it's recognizable. That's what's so special about it.
I guess so. With no time to get to the ship before it takes off, the Rangers rely on Cole, the new guy, the Wild Force Ranger. So he gets on his rider and to battle Venjex. Cole uses the Wild Force rider to fly into Serpentera and destroys it from the inside. Guys, these PS1 graphics are crazy.
Yeah, so I guess this leads into the whole like behind the scenes issues with the special.
Yeah.
So I guess like I think it's like halfway or so during this season. It started out in production as like a Saban show, and then it became a Disney show, which is why you saw it on like Jetix and everything. And Disney was not fond of giving the show any money, and they already did their crossover for the season. They did, Time Force and Wild Force,
right?
And so they were like, "It's the big anniversary. We want to do something special. Can we do this special?" And they're like, "We don't really care." They're like, "We want to do this like big, like 45-minute special, like a double-length episode." And they're like, "No, you can't do that." Also, it has to end with him beating him on this motorcycle because that's the new toy that we're making.
Yeah.
So it's a bit rushed. It's a bit cramped. It's still an awesome special, but you can tell that like if they had been given the opportunity, it could have been like way better. And yeah, Cole defeating this giant Megazord with a special bike is a weird choice for sure.
It is. It's I mean, also like the motorcycle was just sitting in place in space. So I was like, what?
Yeah, it makes like the like screech sound when he skids.
Yeah, I was like, how's that possible? But yeah, finally, the general and the ship is gone. Truly an ending for the Machine Empire menace once and for all. Afterwards, the sky is very orange. Very like it is very orange, like yellow, orange.
Yeah, they're shooting like day for evening, I guess, or day for dusk. But really, it looks like they're shooting day for hell because it's orange outside.
Oh my god. the 9 human rangers, sorry, Arsenio Hall, he's not a part of this, parted ways. Tommy said, "Thank you, Rangers. You've done a great service to the entire universe." They all circled their fists bumped together and nodded. One by one, one by one. "Let's do that right, guys." And then the nod. The nod. Tommy also said, "I guess it's time to say goodbye again. May the power protect you all," as Tommy leaves. Cole remarks how Tommy appeared to be the greatest ranger ever. All the other rangers were like, "Nah." TJ said, "I'm the one who replaced him." Jason said, "I'm doing all the work while he's at the juice bar kissing Kimberly. He's smooching on her."
Do you think he improvised that line? That sounded very personal.
I think so too. I think that was an improv. Carter says, "Well, at least his haircut regulation is now, right?" Eric says, "My Q-Rex would eat his dragon sword for lunch." Wes says, wait. I changed history, so why does he have a fan club and I don't?" Andrew said, "Hey, I saved 2 worlds, bitch."
He saved way more than 2 worlds. I don't know why he said that.
TJ said, wait. Did I ever told you guys about the time I got baked in a giant pizza? Everyone was like, yeah, whatever.
And you had pointed out something very special about this scene.
Oh my god. If you guys watch this scene again, you will see our guy Leo in a green screen.
So I assume, because like they must have shot all the scenes at the hangar the same day, right? And like he wasn't there earlier, so he was never at that location. So they just chroma keyed him in.
Oh my god!
And some shots it looks fine, because there's one point when you were talking, like he says something in that little thing where everyone's like, "Hey, I did this." He says like, "I saved the whole galaxy" or something like that, and no one responds to it.
No,
he's not there.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. That's all right. But yeah, that is the end of Forever Red and In Space Rangers as a whole.
All right, the end. Bye, guys.
Whoa, before you guys go, I have 2 interesting facts. This episode was the last time Jason and Tommy would appear together on screen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Final time. And the second interesting fact, it will come from a man, not from me, but from Andros himself.
Oh, golly.
Christopher Khayman Lee has an interesting fact for our Brown Boy Wonder podcast.
Everyone turn your speakers down.
Yes, please. Christopher Khayman Lee, we love you so much. We love you so much, man. But you scream a lot. So I want you to tone it down. But we still love you, man. All right.
Absolutely.
And if you guys see the interesting fact video here, and when I say 0, we'll press play. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, Anthony and Abrar? How you guys doing? Much appreciated that you guys like watching Forever Red. It is a pretty cool episode. It was very interesting. Not something that we could really take the Sentai footage from, because nobody had done that one before. So filming it was pretty cool. But an interesting thing about it, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know if I've mentioned it to too many people, but that was actually the first time that I met most of those guys. I already knew Selwyn, obviously, and I knew Sean, duh. And Danny Slavin, of course I knew him, but he wasn't actually on the set. He was never physically there. But the other guys, I didn't know any of them, never met them. So that was actually the first time that I met them, and I actually spent most of the time hanging out with Jason Frank. So that's where I met him, and that's how he and I became friends. So there you go, fun little fact. Have a great day, guys. You're awesome. Let's rock it! And glory to the Red Raiders.
Ow, my ear.
when he says rocket, he means it. Like that's the thing. We joke about it, but clearly the heart and the passion it's there to an extreme degree.
I love it. But yeah, that was a great interesting fact. That was the first time he met everyone. I assume, I guess, but it's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's one of those things you don't necessarily think about, but like, yeah, why would they have met otherwise? It's just one of those situations where like they wouldn't have to meet. So knowing that like this is almost a good way to meet everybody at the same time is kind of good. So that's cool, and yeah, I'm glad he got some friendships out of it. That's pretty neat.
Absolutely, especially Jason David Frank. Amazing here. Again, that was an interesting fact for Forever Red. But of course, I don't want to close out too soon. I do have trivia for you guys.
gosh.
When you guys press 3, 3, 5, what are you guys getting here?
What am I getting here? What does that mean?
Or like what happens when you press 3, 3, 5 on the morpher?
You morph.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, correct.
Okay, all right.
What about 2, 5, 9?
That's
Brady, you know the
Zane's
answer?
morph, isn't it?
Oh,
No. It's when you summon the Galaxy Glider.
okay. They don't show that often. They show the 335 all the time, but I don't think they show the Galaxy Glider.
Well, now the last one here is a little tough. What about 7, 6, 1?
I don't know.
Final answer?
Yes, final answer of I don't know.
Well, you put 761 in putting the code ordering the mega ship to deploy the mega tank.
Okay, that barely happens in the show, and you know.
I know. But I have to mention it for the Power Rangers podcast. And yes, this is the last episode of Power Rangers. Maybe we'll do Time Force. We don't know. But I do want to announce that I've been taking notes. I don't know if you guys noticed. I've been taking notes for this rewatch of Power Rangers in Space.
Mhm.
And I have concluded that I have completed 117 pages of notes for Power Rangers in Space.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Thank you. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I'm glad we did this. I'm so proud of this rewatch, and I couldn't think enough for you guys here too.
I'm glad to be here, Abrar. You are my friend, and I love doing this. So anytime you want to do these things and you're happy to have me on, then I am happy to be on the show. And this was a good one to choose. It's something specific to our sort of group of friends within our friend group. And so I thought it was appropriate for us to kind of do it together. But but we'll see what the future holds. Who knows? No guarantees. We already have our next show lined up, so that will be its own thing. But someday, maybe way down the line, we'll return to the world of Power Rangers.
Absolutely, I love to get back into this this galaxy or this universe. Ray, of course, Zane will love you forever. That's what I know.
I appreciate that. I have several figures of him. It is good that they all love me. It's a true fact. It's canon now.
Canon. Canon in the podcast.
Canon in the podcast, and this was tons of fun. I kind of wish I was here since the beginning.
Yes,
but,
I wish so too.
But better late than never. And this maybe inspired a new writing project for me.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Well, well, I would like to, of course, thank all the special messages from Christopher Khayman Lee, Rodger Velasco, Justin Nimmo, David J. Fielding, and of course, Hillary Shepard. I know she says F you, but she's a good guy now, and she says love you. I hope she says I love you. But Anthony, where can they find you, man?
You can find me at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. You can also find me on YouTube, Anthony Reviews, where Anthony reviews. I actually just recently put up a new video showing off a big box of Transformers 1 product that Hasbro and Paramount sent me for free.
Nice.
That was nice of them. And I also have a podcast called The Grud, where I talk about recent movie viewings and TV show viewings and comic book readings and all sorts of stuff there. So feel free to check that out.
I would say that is very badass of you.
Thank you.
Ray,
You're like the Bumblebee of our friend group.
honestly, yeah, I talk a lot. What about you, Ray? Where can they find you in the internet?
In the internet, you can find me pretty much everywhere at the Ray Sketches, except on archive4ourown.org. You can find me as the Ray Writes. As of Batman Day, a new chapter of what I'm not currently writing it, but a new chapter for a Batman thing has been posted.
Absolutely. Well, of course, you can find this podcast on Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music. I'm on Instagram called Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Follow me there. And of course, Halloween is coming up, and it's time for a spooky rewatch. You'll find me and Skylar talking about the Conjuring universe. Ooh. Stay tuned for that. And of course, do not stalk us in person. Do not stalk Anthony. Do not stalk Ray. And do not stalk me in person. Please.
Well said.
But do we say off or on for the last time?
Let us say let's rock it for officially now the very last time.
Oh, I don't want to do this, but
You gotta.
Okay, I gotta. 3, 2, 1. Let's rock it.
Let's rock it.
Let's rock it! Let's rock it!
Let's rock it.
Don't forget to like, comment, and follow.
May the power protect you.